Right. Well, I think this is streaming. So if you're watching this, thanks for watching. Welcome. I wanted to create a quick video. It's been a while since I've created a YouTube video, but more importantly, I've never done a live stream on YouTube. So be assured, my heart is beating out my chest at the moment. My hands are sweaty and I'm gasping for a drink. This is slightly terrifying for me, but that's kind of one of the things that I wanted to cover. So this is a look back. This is a look back on my 2019, and it's what I'm planning on doing on 2020. So one of the things I wanted to kind of cover was how this year has gone for me. So in terms of what I've done this year, what I've achieved this year, what I've not achieved, where things have gone wrong, it's all focused on taking imperfect action, and that's kind of what this video is. So I'm sat here at the moment, and it's New Year's Eve, and we've been going through that Christmas lull. I'm off my 9-to-5 job. I'm off work at the moment, spending a lot of time with the family, and you lose what track it is. You lose what day it is, don't you? You can't kind of think, like, you lose all sense of what you're doing. You lose a bit of motivation. You kind of chill out. You relax. You stuff your face and eat throughout the holidays. So I've been doing that. I've probably only put about 2 stone on, and I've drank every single day. So I'm doing all right. But you lose your way a little bit, and I'm sat here and I'm kind of planning what I'm going to do for 2020, what I'm going to do for my YouTube channel, my blogs, my Facebook group, all of that. I'm trying to do content plans. I'm trying to get organized. And I'm sat there thinking, this year has been about taking imperfect action. It's been about done being better than perfect. So whilst I'm sat here now, why don't I just go live on YouTube? I've seen the button, but I daren't click on it just in case it accidentally streams me to the world and millions of people see this, as if that's going to happen. But I've never ever even clicked on the button just in case. And I'm sat here and I'm thinking, why not hit 2020 running? It's tomorrow. It's a day. It makes no difference. Nothing's going to happen that's magical overnight. The neighbors are going to set off some fireworks. There'll be a few people having a few drinks. It's a new year. It's a new decade, and it's a new opportunity. But ultimately, it's tomorrow. It's just another day. So all this planning, all these posts I've been putting out there on Facebook about, I hope you have a great 2020, and little quotes and stuff. And I kind of thought, all it is a day. So why not hit the ground running? Why don't I do something now that scares the crap out of me? This is it. This scares me. This terrifies me. So I'll cover in a minute what I've done this year, and I'll cover what I think's worked, what hasn't worked, and to try and give a bit of encouragement to someone else out there. So I'm a 40-year-old family man. I'm an introvert. I'm quiet. I will not introduce myself in a room full of strangers. I won't put my hand up and answer the question in fear of being wrong. But this year's been probably one of the most transformative, is that a word? Transformative years of my life, really. One of them anyway. So I want to kind of offer that little bit of encouragement to people out there who want to set up a YouTube channel. They want to start writing a blog, and they're not sure kind of where to start. So this is what's worked for me. This is what hasn't. But yeah, this video itself, whoever's watching this, oh my God, there's actually 2 people watching. I wasn't expecting anyone to watch, so I'm not even going to look at the comments just in case. I've got my little notes here, so I'll just refer to them. But yeah, it's about taking imperfect action, and that's what this is. Do the things that scare you. That's probably my takeaway number 1, really. So this year's been about pushing my limits. Keep pushing your limits. Do the things that terrify you. It doesn't matter. If you can stay to the end of this, then fair play to you, because I'm gonna waffle and stutter and mumble my way through this now, because, like I say, my heart is absolutely racing. I do not do live streams. I've tried a few times in my group. I've done a couple of Facebook lives, and I've had good feedback, actually, and people have said, no, it was good. You did all right. But for me now, this is comfort zone level 100. But the more that I do this, the more that I push that comfort zone, and this goes to anyone else watching, the more you push your comfort zone, it does get easier. It'll surprise you. So find a way of just getting through them first ones. Even if you feel like you're going to pass out, just find a way of getting through them first ones, whatever it is. So find support, create the stream, create the videos, and then just delete them afterwards if it helps. It's just about getting them done. Worst case, if I make an absolute fool of myself now, I'll just go in and delete this afterwards. assuming that I'm allowed to go in and delete them afterwards. But yeah, push your comfort zone, do the things that scare you. The more that you do it, the more it'll become a habit, the more you'll get used to it. You'll feel more prepared, you'll feel more organized, and then next time it'll get easier and easier and easier. That's one of the big things I'm doing next year. It's something I didn't kind of capitalize on this year, but I'll be doing it next year. Whether it's YouTube or my Facebook group, I'm going to be doing a lot more live streams, just because I know that's probably my biggest fear at the moment. I got over my fear of doing YouTube videos because I can edit them, I can change them afterwards, and it's not whatever comes out of my mouth this second isn't going to be what's kind of there forever. I can edit them, whereas live streams is slightly different. If I make a mistake now, if I say something stupid, you're all seeing it. So yeah, push your comfort zone, do what scares you. So I started, I kind of got started this year off the back. I've always had little side hustles. I used to buy and sell stuff on Amazon. I've done some merch design. I've done various little bits and bobs, and I've done it to raise money to basically go on family holidays, vacations. So we've been to like a couple of really amazing places, to be honest, in the world. Like my kids are quite well traveled for their age. We've been really lucky. But I've always had these little side hustles to try and create a bit more money, to generate a bit of income, to pay for the little extras, because we kind of, you know what it's like. You live by your means. So whatever it is that you earn, you tend to, your bills, it don't matter if you got a pay rise, your bills always equal what you earn, or sometimes the opposite. So to get the little extras in life and try and improve like our work-life balance and more time as a family, I've always had these side hustles. So I quit buying and selling stuff on Amazon last year because it was a pain, an absolute pain. I just got sick of it. It wasn't worth the effort involved. And I decided to kind of go fully onto affiliate marketing, which is basically what I do to make more money. It's something that I'd kind of dabbled in with for about a year and a half, but we never really committed. I had a blog, and I think in my blog I created something like 12 posts over a year, which is nothing. If I set my mind to it now, I could easily do that in like a few weeks. But that was like a year's worth of work, and I'd look at it. I never really committed. But I decided that's what suits me. That's what suits my lifestyle. That's what suits where I am and my skills and what I want to do. So I threw myself into that. By throwing myself into it, I basically faffed around for about 3-4 months. And then in April, I threw myself into it. I did the One Funnel Away Challenge, which is a course that's run by ClickFunnels and Russell Brunson. I don't even know how to describe it. It basically talks you through creating your first sales funnel. It tells you... You talk about quite a few different things in there, but it's like a 30-day course. It's pretty intense, and it builds up a massive amount of momentum. So you're kind of doing stuff every day. You're learning how to tell your story. You're learning how to create sales funnels, how to create irresistible offers, products. There's loads of different aspects to it. I'd recommend it to anyone. But yeah, that 30 days of intense work really kind of give it that kick up the backside. And after that, it was like I was flying then. So I just carried on. I carried on pushing myself, really. As part of doing that course and then reading Russell Brunson's books, Expert Secrets, .com Secrets, as part of kind of immersing myself into that world, I joined various different Facebook groups and got this real community aspect. So over the since April, I've kind of got to know loads and loads of people from completely different backgrounds, walks of life, different countries, different occupations, tons of different people that are very like-minded. They're all trying to build their own online business. They're all trying to build blogs, YouTube channels, selling physical products, training, coaching, course creators, loads and loads of different people. And I've never really had that community aspect before. As someone, like I say, who's pretty quiet, I go to my job and I go about my business. I do my work and that's it. I don't mingle, and I'm not socially, I'll kind of stay outside of the group. Whereas in these communities, it's easier, probably because I'm typing conversations rather than actually having the conversation face to face. But I've met some amazing people. So that's probably my second takeaway, really. Put yourself out there, get into these communities, find people that are like-minded, that have got the same beliefs or work ethics, or the people that are on the same road as you, the same little adventures. Connect with them and rely on them. I've got so many people now that have supported me this year, and likewise as well. So anything that I do, if I want some feedback, if I want some critical feedback, there's certain people that I know who to ask. If if I want some help with various different things, there's people I know who to ask. I know little experts in certain things. But yeah, that's been a massive difference. 2019, I kind of put myself out there and started speaking to people. How strange. I know that sounds strange, but that's quite a big thing for me. But I put myself out there, started speaking to people, started helping people as well. It does make a big difference. I put a quote on Facebook today, and it was, you will get all you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want, Zig Ziglar. And it's kind of true. So I've had quite a few like nice little commissions this year through affiliate marketing, which if you don't know what it is, it's basically recommending products that you believe in. And if someone buys it through your link, you get a commission. So it's as straightforward as that. But I've had quite a few nice little commissions this year. And a lot of that is because I've connected with people and I've offered help, and I've also asked for their advice. And I think when you build them kind of relationships, then people learn to kind of know you and understand you and trust you as well. So a lot of it is based on that like, no, trust factor. So if you're looking at building a YouTube channel, a Facebook group, any kind of digital platform, then don't be afraid of putting yourself out there. Whether you don't feel that you've got anything to offer, whether you feel like you're not an expert, you're not a guru, you're not a Jedi master in whatever subject it is that you talk about, don't worry about that. There'll always be someone that's a step behind you. There's always someone that you can offer advice and help to. So, and the more that you learn and the more that you help others, you'll find that levels up your skills, and you'll teach someone or help someone with one particular thing, and you'll find that then gives you that confidence really to be able to help the next person in that same thing. So I'm not sure if that makes any sense, but you don't have to be an expert. I say this in quite a lot of my videos, and it's true. And that's something that I learned from kind of Russell Brunson's teachings, really. You look at these YouTube channels and you put them up on a pedestal and you think, wow, I've no chance of ever being that good. I'll never, ever be that good because they know this, they know that. They never used to know it. Everyone starts somewhere. No one's born an expert. You've got to commit yourself to push your comfort zone, to learn new things. And one of the things I like to do is to kind of do it, learn it, do it, teach it. So while it's something you're experiencing, while you've got all them questions of, well, what's this and how do I do this? Once you've answered them questions to yourself and you've figured it out, you've Googled it, you've YouTubed it, you've practiced it, however way you find to figure it out, then teach others. Document it. Document how you get on. Document your journey. So that's been a big thing. That's quite a shift in mindset that I've had this year. I've always had that imposter syndrome that well, I can't possibly tell someone how to do this because I don't know. I'm not good enough. What if I'm wrong? What if I look a fool? Don't worry about that. It's like sometimes you're going to look a fool, like now, but you can absolutely do it. You don't have to be, like say, you don't have to be at the top of the mountain. People often will resonate with the ones that are just ahead of them because it's more real. They can see themselves emulating what you're doing. So as you start to get little bits of success, people feed off that. They like that. So yeah, so that's another takeaway. But what have I done? So this year, so in terms of successes, I started off after I'd done that one funnel away challenge and I got that momentum. I threw myself into a 100-day challenge on YouTube. I created a YouTube channel mainly because it's what scared me the most. So I created a YouTube channel and I said, I'm going to create 100 videos in 100 days. Partly why my website's called John 100. It was going to be all these 100-day challenges. I completely underestimated how hard it is to get up and running with a YouTube video. Now, I've got my process okay now. I know how to do it now, but 100 in 100 days was pretty intense. And I did fall short. I think I got to about 87. But still, I managed 87 YouTube videos in 100 days. I was so chuffed with that. Really, really pleased with it. So that was a massive kind of boost to my own belief that. And it's like the more you do things that trigger that belief and you get results from it as well. So as you start to get, say, 10 subscribers, 50 subscribers, you start to get commissions coming in through your YouTube channel. It all triggers. It's all actions that belief and actions that then trigger results, and it kind of circles round. And the more you get them results and that encouragement, the more it kind of feeds. And that it doesn't have to be monetary results as well. It can be someone just messages and says, like, I watched this video, it was really helpful, thank you, it's taught me how to do this. So when you get feedback on your videos and it's positive and it says, look, really appreciate you taking the time to do this, it's that kind of encouragement and reward that then triggers your belief as well. So that's kind of what I did. 100 videos, 100 days. Like I say, fell tiny bit short, but still pretty pleased with my efforts. And I've tried to carry that on. I have had moments where I fell away from it. I've had times, like we all do. We're all people. There's times where your personal life takes over. My 9-to-5 job took over towards the end of that challenge, and it became all consuming. There was quite a few things that I was doing in my 9-to-5 job, and that kind of consumed everything. But you've got to get that balance as well. So it's all very well me saying that I do this to create an additional income stream to basically pay for experiences and vacations for my family. But if I'm obsessed with doing this and not seeing my family, then it defeats the point of doing it, doesn't it? So it's about getting that balance, which isn't always easy, especially if you've got your 9-to-5 job. We all have commitments. One thing I would say is, if you're watching this and you're not married or you've not got children, you probably won't appreciate how much time you have now. It's amazing. Like when you have kids, you kind of think, you kind of get this realization that there's actually more hours in the day than you realized, because you're not like sat on your backside watching telly, or you're not going out for a meal every night, or it's like a whole new world. Well, doing something like this is similar. If you kind of challenge yourself to create your own business and you really throw yourself into it, you'll find there's actually more hours in the day than you ever realized. But it's about getting that balance and not burning yourself out, which I think I kind of did at some point this year. But like I say, that was because other factors as well became pretty consuming. So I would highly recommend. The best thing that worked for me was finding a platform that I could focus on, and I do the same. So if you like to write, create a blog. If you want to push yourself and create video, if your budget is pretty low, then video is a good one, because you've probably got a smartphone. Turn your phone around, record yourself, create video. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be Hollywood production levels. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just about getting a message out there, creating content that helps people and encourages people. So find a platform and focus on it. Really kind of commit to it. Try not to get too distracted. Something I'm definitely guilty of. I get shiny object syndrome and I start jumping into other things. I start looking on Facebook at what other people are doing, looking at the results they're having and trying to chase their results without ever committing. So pick one thing, focus on it, commit to it. That's kind of the point. That's exactly like this stream, really. It's about done is better than perfect. It's about taking imperfect action. So if I could encourage you to do one thing, and my biggest takeaway of 2019 is just to create, take imperfect action. It doesn't matter if you feel like you look silly, sound silly, you haven't got the right equipment. None of that matters. Just start. It's surprising. One thing I like to do is, especially with YouTube, providing they haven't deleted them, but go and find channels that you like. And I don't mean the ones that are getting, say, 10 million views every video. I mean, like the ones that are in between, the ones that have got some success, but they're not huge. Go and look at theirs, and then go and click on videos and just sort it by like basically date order. Go to the very first videos, and you might be surprised how bad them videos are. Even with my own, I don't particularly think my current videos are that good. But if I go back to my first ones, they're awful. Like the very first video I put on there is a review of a product by an affiliate marketer that I follow, Jacob Karras. And I kind of scripted everything because this is a work in progress. Just ad-libbing and talking to a camera is probably one of my weak spots, something that I'm really going to work on in 2020. So I like to write everything down. I like to script it. I like to plan it. But then I realized that doesn't work naturally. So if you watch my very first video, I've got some great big earphones on. I look like a pilot, and I'm just monotone reading this A4 sheet over and over. It's like I must have wrote about 10 A4 pages of notes and I'm just reading it like a story. It's awful, absolutely awful. My editing's okay-ish because I've kind of tried to hide myself from it with the editing. But yeah, just get started. Don't worry about the actual quality. The more that you create, the better you'll get. So that's the most encouragement I can give you. But if you don't start, you'll never know, will you? So that's one of my biggest takeaways. Like I say, imperfect action. So 3 things that I want to do next year. I've kind of covered them a little bit in that, but one of them is focus. I need to focus more. I need to put processes in place. I'm slowly getting that. I'm using things like Trello where I can list what tasks I've got to do for that week. I'm also trying to make myself accountable. So once a week, I'll go through, I'll look back at what I did that week and I'll say whether it was worth it, what I learned from it, whether, just having a look, basically being true with yourself. Once a week, look back and say, what did I do this week? And then you'll be surprised that once you really get into building your YouTube channel and stuff, if you look back and you say, this week I did absolutely nothing, you feel quite guilty about it, especially if you can't justify why you didn't do anything. So it's going to be about focus. It's focusing on the right things. It's going to be silly things. And I've got a Facebook group. It's like digital marketing for introverts, basically. Like people that I resonate with and are similar to myself as someone that is an introvert. So when I'm trying to put content into that group now, I'm spending more time on Facebook, and it's so easy to just get lost into Facebook, to start kind of clicking on everyone and following it along, reading all the updates, all the posts, seeing what people are up to. And then before you know it, that's an hour gone. In that hour, I could have done so much more. So again, it's about focus. Limit the time that you do certain things. Treat Facebook as a business tool. Get on, get off, do what you need to do. Create, again, going to be creating content, courses, whatever helps people, whatever kind of helps people along and I can use to teach people. So it's going to be focused on just creating content, consistent, strategic content. That's it. The main thing is consistency. So if you're starting a YouTube channel, set yourself a challenge, create 2 videos a week or 3 videos a week, but just create them and make sure you don't miss a week. When you look at the stats and the analytics later, some people love to look at the stats. But when you look at it, you'll see where it kind of all got a bit too much and I dropped off a little bit. You'll see the charts go like that. This could be like number of subscribers or hours viewed or whatever it is. And then it just drops. You've got to be consistent. You've got to keep putting content out there, be consistent with your message. But yeah, just create the content. Doesn't matter what platform you choose, that's what you need to do. And then the last one is assisting people. So I kind of covered it there anyway. By helping other people, by encouraging other people, that's a great way of leveling up your own skills. You'll find that things make more sense, things get easier because you're finding ways to explain how to do something. And I'm not talking about just like affiliate marketing. Your channel could be on anything. It could be on sports, hobbies. It could be on, I don't know, it could be on decorating, DIY, whatever it is. But if you go to the efforts to explain and to create videos or written instructions on how to actually do this kind of thing, you'll find that your skills level up by the fact that you're trying to help someone else. You think about it from a different perspective. You come at it from a different angle. So yeah, look at how you can help other people, how you can solve their pain points, how you can encourage them, how you can fix their problems. And that'll give you so many ideas in terms of the content that you need to produce. So other than that, I think that's more or less me done. 2019, like I say, has been one of the most transformative years of my life. It's been a brilliant year in many ways. It's been a different year. I feel like a kind of a new person. I know that sounds really cheesy. But yeah, it's been massive for me. It's probably been the biggest change in my confidence and acceptance as well. Acceptance that although you push your comfort zone, that anything is, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to say it. Anything is possible. Like I sound like a Disney film. But you I've connected with quite a lot of people that do what I'm doing, but they do it as a full-time job, and they make serious money out of it. They create these amazing experiences, and they do it by committing themselves. They're committed to figuring things out. They're committed to learning. They're committed to helping others. It's not as complicated as you kind of seems, but anyone can do that, and you can do that with any platform, any subject niche, whatever it is that you want to do. So that's one of the things I look back on this year, and all the absolutely amazing people that I've connected with. So if you're watching this and you're on my friends list, you're a YouTube subscriber, or you're anyone that I've had any kind of conversation with or words of encouragement to or from, then thank you. You played a massive part in my 2019. Appreciate it. I sound like I'm picking up an award here now, and I don't think I am. So 2020, I look forward to it. It's tomorrow. It's another day, and I'll probably be even happier now once I press stop on this, and my nerves have just about settled now, but I'm rattling on a bit, so I'm conscious of that. But I'll probably feel like I've just achieved something. It doesn't have to be Happy New Year and this is my New Year's resolutions and this is what I'm going to do. Like I say, I'm going to hit the ground running. I'm going to go into 2020 now knowing that I've just done something that was out of my comfort zone, something that I've not done before. So I now know that you can press that button because there's a little prompt after it that you have to fill in. So this is me signing off from 2019. If you want to know more about what I do, if you go to my website, which is john100.com, or subscribe to my YouTube channel. And yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And have a happy new year. See you later.